Welcome to a new time. Welcome to a new era.
The head of the table.
And now, it's time.
At 8 years old, I knew not what I wanted to do, what I needed to do.
This right here is trauma. It's execution in one day.
What if I told you that the WWE you know today is completely different from the one we were watching just a few years ago? It's no secret that the company has evolved under Triple H's leadership. But how exactly has the game changed everything? From the storylines to the in-ring action, WWE has reached new heights. And it's all thanks to Paul Levesque. So, how did the man who once defined his career by being the game transform the entire company? In this video, we'll dive deep into the changes Triple H has brought to WWE, from the shift in creative direction to the revitalized product that fans have been asking for. And trust me, this isn't some clickbait. What you're about to hear will change how you view the current WWE landscape. Do you think Triple H is the right man to lead WWE into the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss what you love or don't love about the new era of WWE. It was hard to imagine Triple H in an executive role when he was in the prime of his in-ring career. When he began to move away from DX, Hunter wanted to stand out as one of the best in the company. It was his legendary promo on the July 25th edition of Heat, where he called himself The Game for the very first time. That promo set the stage for his incredible heel run. Triple H was one of the best pro wrestlers during his time, and he was putting on great matches against the likes of Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, and The Rock. By the time the 2010s came around, it became clear that his full-time in-ring career was over. Still, he wrestled on special occasions and delivered great matches against stars like The Undertaker and Daniel Bryan. He had to step away from the squared circle for good when he suffered from heart failure in 2021. While he was wrestling on a part-time basis, Triple H had another thing in mind that would seemingly take the pro wrestling scene in North America forward. While he was the executive vice president of talent and live events at the time, Triple H also began overseeing NXT, a brand that was viewed as nothing more than a reality show with a bit of wrestling. NXT soon became WWE's developmental territory, and Hunter knew what he needed to do in order for the brand to stand out among the rest. As time went by, Triple H began bringing in new stars. More importantly, he brought in major names from the independent circuit: Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Ricochet, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura. These were some of the major stars who wrestled in promotions like Ring of Honor and New Japan. And seeing them being a part of NXT felt like a breath of fresh air for WWE. Considering what was going on in the main roster with Vince in charge of creative, NXT felt like not only a different brand, but a totally different company. We were getting amazing stories, better in-ring performances from the wrestlers, and more than that, emphasis on younger talent. Something Vince wasn't focusing on. One of the major successes of NXT has to be the revolution in women's wrestling. It was one of Triple H's major priorities, and he proved that women's wrestling in North America could be taken seriously. Female performers like Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair took things to the next level, and without the matches and the feuds we witnessed in NXT, I don't think we would have ever gotten the women's division we have today. A special shout out to the matches between Sasha Banks and Bayley from 2015. Both women prove that female performers have every right to be in the main event scene of major pay-per-views. NXT also showcased logical and interesting storylines that went on for months and paid off massively well in the end. Johnny Gargano's feud with Tommaso Ciampa is a great example, and the way the entire storyline played out led to some of the best matches and angles in the company's history. Yes, you heard me right. Triple H did almost everything right with the brand. The tag team division was on fire. New stars were showcased as the future of the business. And more importantly, Triple H seemed like the perfect successor to Vince McMahon. I also have to mention that most of the TakeOver shows were fantastic. TakeOver New Orleans and TakeOver New York are among the greatest wrestling pay-per-views ever produced. However, the black and gold era slowly began to end when the brand couldn't compete with AEW Dynamite in the ratings. Apart from that, Vince never appreciated the fact that Triple H was running things better than him. Aside from a few NXT talents, Vince rarely pushed the performers Hunter built up in NXT. They were either booked poorly or released. Stars like Ricochet and Karrion Kross are great examples of this. When Triple H had to step down for some time, Vince killed the entire black and gold brand and came up with NXT 2.0. No matter what you think about it, Vince never wanted anyone to replace him. Had it not been for the controversies he was a part of, Vince would have never stepped down. Even Kevin Nash admitted to this on his Click This podcast. It was almost like when he got sick when he had the heart episode. They couldn't fucking get down there and dismantle what he had built in NXT quick enough. I thought that was fucked up, man. The main roster under Vince had nothing new to offer, but thankfully for the fans, he stepped down in 2022 and Triple H took control of creative. Ever since then, the company has been on the rise and has improved greatly from what it used to be. Things have improved so much that even AEW is in a tough spot right now because WWE is doing everything AEW used to do, only better. The game knew he had a tough task in front of him, but he was hell-bent on making things work so that the fans could care about the product once again. He made the mid-card titles feel important again, and you could see that in the form of Gunther, who will go down as the greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Matches on Raw and SmackDown are given more time, and the undercard feuds are being showcased well on TV. PLEs are starting to feel more important again, and Triple H's quality over quantity mentality has paid off well. He has brought back most of his NXT stars who were released in Vince's administration. CM Punk might be the biggest rehire of them all, as he has had an excellent year, and his feud with Drew McIntyre has been the best of the year. The Bloodline melodrama is one of Hunter's biggest achievements, as his long-term booking approach has taken center stage on the main roster. Under Triple H and Nick Khan's watch, the company has struck massive deals. Raw moving to Netflix is one of the biggest deals the company has done in the past 10 years. PLEs taking place internationally have proven to be a huge success, as the company is generating record-breaking profits. In short, the company is the hottest it has ever been. Kevin Nash has admitted that things have changed for the better, and even TKO is happy with how things are going on. I think one of the reasons is because he's so good at what he does on a daily basis. As soon as he got his hands on the controls, Shai T changed. The product became, it just was night and day. Even though he's not perfect at everything he does, Triple H is carving a legacy for himself. And I believe that by the time he's done, he will be considered a much better executive than he was, a professional wrestler. Hunter has changed the business for the better, and it's exciting to see that the future of WWE is in the safe hands of the next generation of superstars. So, what do you guys think? Has Triple H changed WWE? What do you think he plans on doing with the company? Let us know in the comments below, and you might also want to check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Make sure to subscribe for more.